Hey guys, on this one we're in Daniel Boone National Forest in Kentucky. We were on our way, well, I was on my way south. I was gonna go do a tour of the University of Auburn, Alabama. Jimmy and Michael said they're itching to go camping, so we decided, hey, we'd find a campground out here. These guys picked out, it's called Turkey Foot Creek Campground, I believe. It was like maybe an hour up some service roads on the mountains of Kentucky, and it looked good. We pulled in and there was some signs saying, no access during high water and all that. But we felt confident that it wasn't going to rain. We had checked the forecast before we came in there. Of course, there's no service back on these roads. And yeah, I mean, the trip turned into more of a character building trip than the relaxing trip we all wanted, but that's okay. Came out learning a lot of lessons, even though it was a short time we spent here. So yeah, it's just us riding down the trails right now, having a good time. This was the first day. We're only staying a long weekend here, 3 or 4 days, and yeah, the first couple days were nice. We just hung out and hiked around, found some cool stuff. But yeah, like I was saying, the high water thing, we didn't realize that there was one way in, one way out of this campground, so we ended up getting a ton of rain one night. Woke up, the river was super high. I didn't have any video of this. It was a pretty stressful morning, but yeah, you can see right there where we just went over right now. That was about 2 feet underwater. Right around this corner is the sign. Says, no access when flooding. Right here, this is our first hiccup. Jimmy's finding out he has
Really?
a flat tire on his bike. Yeah,
You just got
and I say something like, thank goodness we got those repair kits.
good thing
But
we got that
the
repair
repair
kit at
kits
Walmart.
a- absolutely did nothing. So that was a bust. Anyway, so yeah, this was a setup, and I'd pulled into this spot, and when come after this rain, we wanted to get up and go. Tried to start the van. Of course, battery's dead, which means we have to find a way to get Michael's van down there to jumpstart the battery. And maybe I'll throw some pictures in of what that looked like. But yeah, and Michael. Yeah, we got the van stuck, Michael's van, and that was really hard on him. Took us about 4 or 5 hours to gather the supplies we need to get unstuck. Gravel and walking around camp, we found a bamboo sheet filled up with gravel and had to move around rocks. Of course, finally got him unstuck, got my van charged, turned around, and then we still had to get Michael down a set of steps, and we built ramps and all that. That was our first real test of the trip. And then being exhausted and not having eaten anything all day. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. This is a piece of petrified wood inside of a stone. You can see kind of some of the textures of the wood right there. And then that's a fossilized tree root. I forget the exact species, but it's really cool, dimpled. Had a piece of core wood in the middle. But yeah, we got unstuck. It took hours. Then we still had to cross this river, and we decided that instead of crossing the river, we'd maybe go up and try the service road to our right. But without cell phone service, we had no idea where that road led, and it had led to just more treacherous area. So we went up a ways, decided we'd drive 30, 40 minutes. If we didn't find a way out, we maybe will just turn around and try and make it through the river. So we were going until we made it to a section of road with really bad trail scars. Like I said, maybe I'll throw some more pictures in here. We didn't have video of it, but the decision was made that, we'd push on through and, we'd try and make it through this really sketchy territory, and then hopefully that was it and we could make it, to somewhere safer and make it out. Well, we made it through the first, trial, and then we made it around the next corner, and of course the road was absolutely unpassable. So now we're both up there on this road. I'm in front, Michael's behind in his big van. there was enough room for me to turn around, but Michael had to attempt to back down the spot that we just came up, that really bad spot. And
I don't think so.
yeah, I said, wait, let me get turned around, and then I'll come out and help guide you. You know, Jimmy was with him. So I get turned around, and it was tight for me to get turned around in my town and country. And then by the time I'm turned around, I see Michael and Jimmy. They're going back down. Jimmy's leading or guiding Michael
Oh
back
man,
down that
yeah.
those trail scars, and they're going too quick. You know, it's like, yeah, we were all tired and making, rushing a little bit hungry. But I yelled out. I said, hey, do you guys need a hand? Do you want me to come out and help guide? And maybe there's some miscommunication, but I thought Jimmy waved me off and said, no, we're fine. Well, not 10 seconds later, Michael's van, you could see it slide backwards. He had gone too far and gone off the edge of a lip. It was like a small cliff that went down to a stream, and it was stuck bad. So now I'm stuck behind Michael, and Michael is stuck down that cliff, and I had to make the decision whether or not I was going to try and jump those trail scars or not, and risk bottoming out and having us both stuck up there with no service. So we made the decision after about 20 minutes we were going to try it, and we gunned it in the van. I thought for sure it was taking the fender off, but somehow it jumped it and made it over there. And we went and ended up getting a tow eventually. AAA wasn't much help on that front. We waited about 3 hours in the closest town before calling a local service, which I might also add a picture of them in there too, which they got it out in no time. They said that no one else would come back up there because their wheelbases are too long, but yeah, they made short work of it. Michael's out. Needless to say, that was the end of our trip there. We just drove out. I mean, it was a sketchy drive out too. I mean, those narrow roads, and we met incoming traffic probably 3 or 4 times, where we had to maneuver around smaller cars so we could get past each other. But yeah, all in all, a good trip, and like I said, it was good character building, and we solved some problems. You got to use some critical thinking skills. So yeah, that was part one of our southern adventure down to Alabama. Hope you guys enjoyed.